I'm Larry Menti. Welcome back to Jersey Matters. The Oyster Creek Power Plant is shutting down, and that in itself could present some real problems. Here to talk more about that is Randy Bergmann, who is the editorial page editor at the Asbury Park Press and APP.com. Welcome back. Thank you for doing this.
Thank you, Larry.
For those who don't know, where is the Oyster Creek Power Plant?
It's in Lacey Township in Ocean County. It's on Oyster Creek, which feeds into Barnegat Bay.
And it is closing down. Why?
It's closing down because the company was required to put in cooling towers about 5 years ago. It felt that if it put in cooling towers, it couldn't operate profitably. It cost about $1 billion to put in cooling towers. And the state required that because of the fish kills in Barnegat Bay and the damage it was doing to marine life in Barnegat Bay.
And so what is the status right now?
Right now it's scheduled to close in 2019 to shut down in 2019. The concern I have, and I think everyone that lives in that area should have, is that when it was originally determined that they were going to close down early, they had gotten a 20-year license renewal. Everybody was very pleased to know that finally this plant will be shut down. They didn't have to worry about all the other concerns about the impact on health, public safety, and so on and so forth. But the fact of the matter is the plant could pose even more of a threat now to people in that area when it closes down, because it doesn't have to be decommissioned for 60 years. The other major issue, as far as I'm concerned, is that the state really plays no role in this, has no oversight responsibility. It's all on the NRC, which in my view is a lapdog of the industry. And so there's really no oversight, adequate oversight, in my opinion, of this plant.
So let's talk about when it closes down in 2019. Jump ahead to then.
Yes.
What do you see as the major problem then?
The major problem is A, they don't have to close it down for 60 years. B, they aren't required to come up with a decommissioning plan, which gives people some sense of what they've got in mind, when they're going to close it down exactly, how it's going to be financed. The money that's in the decommissioning trust fund to pay for the dismantling of the plant is not audited. There really isn't any kind of adequate oversight of exactly how it's going to take place.
Well, let me interrupt you for a second,
Yeah,
because you know, some people might go, well, who cares? I mean, at that point, it's decommissioned. I mean, not decommissioned, but it's closed down. If it's not operating, what safety concern does it pose then?
The chief concern is the spent fuel in that spent fuel pool. That's where the real danger is. And as long as that's there, it poses a very severe threat to the public, to public safety. If there was some accident in that spent fuel pool, or if there was, there's 4 or 5 times more spent fuel rods in that pool than the original design. And that in itself is a risk of a spontaneous fire.
Are the New Jersey legislators, the New Jersey federal legislators, involved enough in this?
No. No, they're not. Essentially what they've done is throw their hands up and said, you know, this is the NRC, we have no control over this, which technically they're correct, they don't. And so they've pretty much, you know, turned it over to the NRC, allowed them to do it. And as I said, the NRC is essentially functions, I think, as a lapdog to the industry.
Well, maybe they'll start paying attention if it keeps getting enough coverage. Randy, thank you so much. I appreciate you being in. Come back to talk about it again, especially if there's any movement and anything happens. Randy Bergmann, editorial page editor of the Asbury Park Press and APP.com. When we come back, an historic cemetery gets a makeover thanks to an Eagle Scout trying to earn his badge. We'll be right back.